I'm a nurse, a practicing one actually. I always tell my colleagues we are practicing the right profession in the wrong environment. A lot of people would get me wrong, but that's my stance. Imagine working as a nurse and then the conditions of service are not pretty. You have to, with the exception of a few hospitals that cater for their staff and their families, you pay bills as a nurse. Some of the other professions are catered for in terms of health. They just come with their card in very good hospitals and then everything is done, but you still need money to care for yourself as a nurse in this country. It's shameful, that's what I say, but I don't know who decide not to agree with me, but they are entitled to their opinion. But it is something they should work on, at least for us.
So, I mean, nurses also deserve accommodation, like the way they give the doctors.
Some people give accommodation, but most people don't get it. But the accommodation bit is not my problem. Like, hey, nurse, so we are nurse, we are a sale bill.
Okay.
Like, even if it's not, my hospital recently has subsidized most of it and is bringing in family and stuff. But that is just recent, last month or so. But for most hospitals, nurses are paying bills for themselves.
Even including the government.
I work in a government hospital. That's what I'm talking about.
Okay.
So say bank had any private insurance whereby any bank etia bibiaka na oye nurse na oye arena say your bills are like a ferry. You should work on it. Who bet you nurse? I'll bet you I'm say it's your hospital. You still have to pay it. Nobody talks about that. The accommodation is not really, it might be a problem for somebody, but not for me.
Okay.
But saying how are you even thinking about accommodation? Or facility, you'd have to provide your health insurance before you can assess, and before you go through it smoothly and not have to make payment. But most often we pay.
Yeah.
You get it.
Yeah.
You go to another hospital, you would still pay. Fanese Meme Hospital recently, they've said, okay, they are going to sort out most of our hospital bills. But if my condition is beyond my facility and I end up in another hospital, in any of our teaching hospitals, as a nurse, I would pay all the bills. You get it. Recently, I'll talk about it later. It's not even like, and yet the cell worker say, oh, yeah, nurse, or cover the or and then you are sick, and most of them can't even save. But some of us, me say me pay scant, I do 2 jobs. Me pay I want the soft life. My challenges with my nursing bit, as in work, is because of how I was raised. In my family, we are outspoken. You speak your mind, but it has to be in a polite way. So when you meet us at a family gathering, anybody you bring amongst us gets excited. Like, hey, like we play with, like the generations come together and play like that. That's how we are. We are friends. We are literally friends. So that's how I was raised. And in our part of the world, like you call it, like with my nursing, everything is wrong with what is happening, but you are supposed to let it slide or act like it didn't happen because you're a part of it or because somebody would not be happy. So like at my workplace, you won't maltreat a patient under my watch. No. And I would boldly say this anywhere. I haven't encountered a patient that said, this person was mean to me.
Under your watch?
No, as in me. Mm-hmm. I would boldly say that I haven't maltreated any patient I have come across.
Really? Because a lot of people have this perception that nurses are rude.
Some nurses are rude. And it's not because of our uniform. It is who they are before they wore the uniform. You get it? I am the tit for tat person. I give the energy, I get back. So if I meet you and you show me love, I double it and give it back to you. If you show me hatred, I triple it and give it back to you. So in my nursing field, I started my nursing with diploma, but I stopped in level 200 because the tutors at that time, and the nursing was for people that shouldn't have a say, people that won't be able to challenge anything that is wrong. So the environment I found myself was made up of people that can't talk back. Even if it is wrong, you are supposed to accept it. Accept it because you are here now and that kind of a lifestyle. So I got up one day and I was like, I am better than this. I said that to myself. And I left in level 200 with no regret. Yes, I left level 200 when we were just starting our research work and our case study. We were about to start. I finished my last paper on a Thursday, got to Accra on a Friday, and on Tuesday I started level 100 degree. And to date, I don't regret it one bit. Yes.
You dropped out of school to go into school again?
I was running a diploma in nursing, and it came with too many challenges. Like, they didn't make sense. Like, a lecturer would call you to the administration and their issue with you is your uniform is short. I didn't see you in my class, so I gave you a D, even though you did better than a D. It didn't make sense. A lecturer gave me and my colleagues, it wasn't just me, were at the back of the class. I've always been a backbencher.
Welcome to the club.
I was amongst the boys at the back. He was lecturing and he made like a mistake. If I make that mistake on the world right now, I would kill somebody.
Whoa.
So he made the mistake, and as students, it just came out and we corrected. We said, no. So all those at the back that said he was wrong, for the end of semester exam, he gave us a D.
Because you challenged the results, what he was teaching.
It was a mistake that was not pardonable. We couldn't let it slide, so we said it.
What mistake was it?
What did he say? Okay, he says that urine goes from the, did he say from the kidney to the bladder or something? He mixed those two up.
Okay.
And we said, sir, no. I said that. Why should we challenge him? Well, like sir, you just put kidney in place of bladder and bladder in place of kidney. So I said, Debbie, he won't take that from us. So when everybody was okay, I'm like, no, sir, it's wrong. So go back to your note. And then, he said no. He made the mistake with an attitude. So, imagine a lecturer coming into class and then telling you, okay, he did sociology in Legon. And he walks into class and goes like, what are you doing here when your mates are in university doing degree? He said that about 3 times. So the 3rd time he said that, my class was made up of 140 students, male and female. So I got up and I was like, gentlemen, some of us came here with better degrees than you sent to Legon. Stop this. You don't disrespect us because we are your students. And then before they could start sharing on, I'm like, I'm not talking for all of you. I'm talking for just me. Because I don't know any of you from anywhere. And he got upset. I'll deal with her. I said, no, I'm dealing with you here. So if you have any dealing to deal with me, let's do it right here. Disrespect doesn't come with teaching. Like, how dare you? I had enough of his attitude. Like,
so it was a time bomb.
You don't disrespect me because you see me as your student. No. So when I said that was the first time. And then unfortunately for him, he made a mistake. So I had to let him know that, the people you are disrespecting know better. So that was it. So it became an argument. I said I was leaving. Principal called me with the lectures. I said, Mr. Principal, I can't stay in a toxic environment. It brings out a side of me I don't want people to see. I won't call myself a rebellious person, but I won't have anybody make me uncomfortable all the time because it suits them. Like, you are students, so even if we are stepping on you, it's fine.
But that one also goes back to culture.
You see, I told you earlier on that culture and all those things.
You don't bind to them.
No, I just need to do right. So you don't tell me that because I'm a student, it's okay for you to disrespect me. No. And one lecturer told me something in Mr. McCarthy. I think he's late. He said, if we treat all our patients like, in quotes, they have a mental problem, we won't be rude to them and we won't fight our patients. And it helped me. So a patient would enter your facility with a mindset about nurses. oh, nurses are rude. Some people are rude. We find people in all manner of professions that are rude. It's just that in our case, we are dealing with human lives. So you can't afford to be rude to people because you feel their lives are in your hands. Yours could be in somebody's hands at a point. I would never maltreat a patient. I'm not saying this because I'm on camera. Anybody I have worked with or any patient that has come across me won't say it anywhere that, oh, this nurse maltreated me. Because if I go into another facility that is not mine and a nurse misbehaves, trust me, you won't end well. No.
So you are among the few nurses that actually protect the patients.
No, I protect my patients. It's my duty. Because I want the patients to go home with a nice memory of me. Even if they don't remember me, I don't want them to see me and go like, aha, this is the woman I don't want to see. This is the woman that maltreated me. Like, no. Let me tell you something. A month ago, I had one of the most terrible experiences with nurses.
Okay. You are a nurse as well?
I am a nurse.
Okay.
I had one of the most unpleasant experiences with nurses in Kolib. I would find time and address those people later because they are part of the people that give us a bad name. And when I was talking about it, I didn't even go into details. I just said, I wrote on my timeline that now I get why patients act like their lives are over when you refer them to this facility. And someone went on my timeline, knew I was a nurse, or probably asked somebody, and she said, you're a senior nurse, so you shouldn't. I'm like, you see where our problem comes from. Because I am a nurse, I am supposed to shield them, like those of you that disgrace us. No. So, like, it's more of an attitude thing. I keep saying it. Somebody would say, oh, maybe the nurse behaved bad because she was upset from home. We don't care what you brought from your house. If you're upset from home or you are sick, take time off work or come to work. When you get to the entrance, you drop whatever is upsetting you. It has nothing to do with the patient you are coming to take care of. The patient is not responsible for your emotions. We meet patients that are not okay to deal with in any way. You get it. So there was an instance where a woman's son was rushed in. He was hypertensive. He had crisis. She couldn't afford the injection. And it's a timely one. So I called one of my staff, gave her money, go bring the medication from the pharmacy. Because it won't be given to me for free. So I gave her money. She bought it and brought. We administered and the blood pressure wasn't going down. So after a while, we had to give again. So when the doctor prescribed, I was out, so they gave it to them. Okay, they gave it to their mother to go buy. And the next thing she said when I was entering was, hey, Dronuka, my tonus is not far. And I was entering. Unfortunately for her, I was entering. So I was like, Mami, Dronutonahi. My staff were all present. I said, Mami, Dronutonahi. And she said, oh, now she realized, oh, Mamines, I said, you see some of you, papa no. And I'm saying, I bought that medication for you. Like, do you even know how much it costs? You don't have an idea. So why would you drag our name? Because you know, if she says this out there, anybody would believe her because nurses.
With the bad.
Said exactly. That. So assuming my staff were not present or I had not come out, she didn't mention me, but there were like 3 of us on duty. So I was like, Madam, what to be my auntie? And fortunately, the doctor that was present knew very well that none of us there would take her medication. And she knew that I would be able to buy the medication for a patient if the person can't afford it and I have the means. So if all this hadn't happened and she went outside, oh, me to they'll take it on and bash us.
Even relationship. Men these days, men will tell each other next day they forget.
But who is looking for them? Those that are not looking for us, who is looking for them?
Yeah.
We're not looking for who is not looking for us. Nah, they should forget.
You guys are also looking for those that will look for you guys. I like that.
See, I don't stress myself over the things I can't change, but I try my best to do right so that if I have to defend myself or when I see people bashing nurses on social media, I stay away from the post, because the few times people have come to share the good stuff nurses did, the engagements are less than when you find somebody bashing a nurse.
Yeah.
You get it. So I keep saying that we can't change all the nurses we work with, but at least you make sure you are different, so that when nurses are being bashed, you can't be bothered because in your corner you did right. Your conscience is clean. So it gets worrying because sometimes the things we are being accused of, I haven't done it, but I know somebody has done it. You get it. So I wouldn't defend unless I was there, but there are things these people have done. You get it. You know the way I fight people like nurses. I said I went to Kolebu a month ago and I only survived because I was a nurse and I knew what I was supposed to do. For young people or whoever wants to get into nursing, nursing is a calling. If it's MTN pay for me, please don't come. Because we want to save lives. First and foremost, if you don't have the calling or passion for nursing, don't come because your mother, your father, or somebody has told you that, oh, once you are done, you can go abroad and work. If you don't have the passion, it stresses you up. It makes the work difficult for you. So every time you're on the edge, like, you're tired, you're upset, every little thing it gets on your nerves. If you are not ready to learn, don't enter nursing. If you are not attentive or you're a very careless person, stay away from nursing because it will be difficult. Your entire life will become funny because you're a nurse. You get to work tired, you get home tired. I'm not saying it's the norm. If you're able to balance yourself and you find yourself in a good environment, you can get to work. You won't always get to work in the right of moods. But when you get to your hospital entrance, leave it there. The patients you are taking care of are not responsible for your mood. You don't have to respond to every patient or every person that upsets you. A patient can get on your nerves. The relative can get on your nerves. So you could take my lecturers, the late Mr. McCarthy. He said I should treat all my patients as mad people. That way, whatever they do won't get to me. It doesn't mean I should treat them like as I'll treat a mad person. Yes, they have issues I have to solve. But in doing so, we are not asking you to kill yourself. But try as much as you can to save the lives that come in your care. We swore an oath to save lives, not to kill ourselves or injure ourselves. It happens sometimes, but you should be able to balance it. If you don't have the passion, just don't come. Even those with the passion are getting tired. Me, I'm not tired. Because I told you, I do boot for boot. And me, I give what I want in return. You get it. You can't get everything you give out there. But I show love because it makes me happy. I'm excited that someone is happy or relieved at my expense. So, Auntie Ness, thank you. I was running around to take care of an uncle in Kolebu, and then there were 3 people coming towards me and they were excited. I didn't make them out. So the woman was, hey, Auntie Ness. I still didn't remember who she is or why they were excited. So when they got closer, obviously they were looking at me and smiling and doing Auntie Ness.
But you didn't know.
I didn't know them, so I stood by them and, what's it saying? Oh, yeah, that's it. Mrs. Tano, why you you okay? And what fitting drawer that's Meanwhile, when I was referring them, she was a sickle cell patient that had crisis. And I told them that my unit doesn't have a special place for sickle cell patients. I told her there's one in Kolebu and they'll do right by you. So go there. Or say, hey, Kolebu. Like they were literally crying. And then the next minute they said, and a lorry fare now why? I said, okay, a lorry fare, no problem. So I gave them what I could and told them to go and call me in case of anything. They got there and she was okay. They were relieved. That's how come they remembered me. Memankai. So I want to be remembered for those petty things.
You know, there's this notion, most of the ladies that are established as entrepreneurs, Beman is supporting.
I don't want to use the right word to describe the people with that mindset.
Oh, no, feel free.
No, but Nyame, no, my point is, I would only say Nyame so moyare, because say, yeah, people think like that. But what do you see lately? About, like, most of the people, the women I know, we want to work and make our own money. You get it? Because for me, answer na maybe sa obi ade no, me rehearsal. Mean kind of saying, what if I ask and I don't get what I want? What if I ask and the person doesn't have it? Like, I ask a lot of questions. It's time na me the bedroom when you me fa me bell na me ton me draws and na me jalabia. I would have the money to do whatever it is I want to do. You get it? Because I used to struggle to ask my own mother for money, not because me mami ni bi odi be mami, but I was thinking of the timing. Say wa mami say oni ho na me hia why ne budget did I me anything. For me, it's fun to spend my own money. I wouldn't say I don't have people that help me. That would be a lie. But for most of the times, I spend my own money. Even when I was in school, me pay dressing. Me de be my family when ne mama nije. So if I buy something and, oh, Rashida, this is nice. Like, okay, I can get your size for you. Na me ye. I always wanted extra money to spend. And, you know, I used to do that in school. Then I finished uni, was doing my national service. I realized that we wanted the sweetest of lingeries, but where to get the quality ones was a problem. So I said, okay, let me start. So I started with my friends. And I had this funny bag. It was a laundry bag. I kept the undies in them. It was either in my handbag or in my car. So it was a mobile drawers container. Baby, I made parties, weddings, gathering with friends. Like me do not me. Me well size. Like that's how I started mine. Me do a party wherever I end up and I find my friends. It wasn't just my female friends. My male friends, I told one guy, oh, better dress my wifey. Or seeming to be done, I'm saying better. You can't just be removing and not buying. Oh, better. Or say, Rush, Debbie mean to be there. It's not like he wasn't kind. But you know, in our setting, who you just no cry, a big deal maybe.
I was coming to that.
But I had to change it somehow. Draws and yes, kind. I don't know how very. That's my cousin's place.
Oh, this place?
Yeah.
I bought one at Dubai.
That's my cousin's place.
Oh, okay. Then I'll be coming.
Yeah, beba.
Okay.
So you see, I till now can't call phone no. Like until you draws now. Na sister will person dressing. But so long as I'm not committing a crime, draws. And I always carry the handy ones. It can fit everywhere, my pocket, everywhere I go. Because I wanted to be different. There are people that would be shy. There are people that would not mind you. But trust me, say, if you're outside this country and you bring out drawers in a mall or like, most often the people around you are excited. They help you to do whatever video you want to do.
Really? Outside Ghana?
Yeah, I've done it in Dubai, I've done it in Turkey, I've done it in Belgium, Berlin, Holland. I've done it in a couple of countries. And it was always, they didn't even make me feel like I am doing something strange. I've done it on a lot of flights too. On one multi-flight is also be a dress.
No, don't people feel uncomfortable on the flight when you pull out like?
It has nothing to do with me. If I bring it out to do my videos or like try to get a picture, if whoever is around me feels uncomfortable, I would apologize and move on. Because either way, there's somebody that would be excited. Okay. But I haven't really come across somebody that is upset because me draws or me bag more and my pocket. I don't even think I'd be looking there. Even in Ghana, you see the people that have like people find it weird. But for most people that know me, when we meet, at any gathering. Draws right, and the draws maybe when me bottom and me purse. I don't go out without it. My draws and my bell. I have about 6 of them.
And what do you use the belt for?
The bell don't call me. So me turn draws. A blend of both is fun. The corporate bit is, I won't call it boring, but it doesn't do justice to what I want to achieve. You get it? Imagine say menam airport me too kwanya me de call. Then I get to Kotoka, the customs open my bag way them. Me head mistress, me teacher me de there. Then you know lately they would open your bag whenever you get there. Ube be na bell da ho dross da ho. Ube jaka kata me bag so am. Then you don't waste my time. Me call cotton me never. When you get to customs, arrival customs, they baby your bag. They want to see what you have in your bag. Maybe na me be on it that so me draws ni boom. Draws and you to like oh madam, then you close my bag for me. You save me all the stress. And then I take it where me too kind there me be on it because I can just sit down and then want to be me tiwana about me team. Oh yeah we.
At what point did you decide to start placing the pants on your steering wheel?
I think I was driving one day. I always have the drawers in my bag. So I was driving one day and I'm like, I don't even know what happened. It just came in mind. So now I have a couple of them in the way I keep it. Obi my car so been keeping it there with you know. I keep mine in my car and I'll probably obviously drawers.
So the steering wheel is a sandy clothes.
Yes. I am practicing what I preach.
Okay.
It's a steering wheel. No mean to me in case I'm share draws by force. I mean share draws. To me share steering wheel no so be shiny day. You get it.
So you open
the steering wheel has a wardrobe.
So guys,
for drawers.
her steering wheel, the car steer has list of panties. So all these panties belongs to the steering wheel.
So me unse na me chere omu yi but omu tete ne ka entete nso nti me de me chere omu se ne omu yi ne na omu asan ba bi hwe ne fe.
So I mean, see guys, this is the box. So all these panties belongs to the steering wheel.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
Are you kidding me?
Thursday, Friday. When me person me de me ma Alan cash.
Why would you give it to Alan Cash?
Say Afafranto.
What is Afafranto?
A symbol for his political party.
Oh,
me a campaign man. Butterfly.
But so, police for who don't they worry you?
Police need draws ayera. Me car. I have my insurance, I have my roadworthy. They me here me car ni bia me wo. Mabo me seat belt. No share draws. Okay, there was a time I was going to Takrade and then they stopped me. Oh yeah, your baby. Madam I'm like me Pacho BBAC. Oh see no. Me yo hini de odia shene nye ya mamre na mso na wa mamre me ni amamre. That's one. And then two, it doesn't affect the work you are doing here. Hey madam, we dey yi na msinti road draws. Osisa na obeka na mtu the way we are make kwaba there and I left him. I met another one another time and he said, "Hey, where the feel na msimi ma obi and then me a good mood. Me ma obi na fakoma o yere no then next time. Na wa betobi. I said every day me remember me girl msimi pe de me bi ye." So I gave him like 4 of them. I packaged it maybe o kan him nam de man. Obi ani ni ohu wa de obedwen. When I started, I never drive when I am going somewhere with my dad. My mom is used to it. My mom would see it and go like, and that one's the sound because when him saw it, but my dad, when I used to do it, oh my princess, I'm so princess, bro, boy, ubet kana hu bia kana hu na yenko. When my dad sits in my car, he would remove it. But the last couple of times he has driven me, when he say oh haneho.
Because the more
you
bring more.
Or you too, more better than them they share. Who wants to do this kind of work?
Yeah.
So
that is so frustrating.
If a hand, you know, and I'll make it a point to keep doing it until to see how we die.
This is tedious. You're selling. You're working as a nurse as well. Does that affect your relationship? Because relationship has to do with time.
What I do, my job is fun. I have a lot of passion for both jobs, so I tend to enjoy it. There are times my shop opens at 9 and my attendant closes at 5. but I call him my boss. He closes at 5. If I am back from work, I stay till like 10, 11 thereabouts. That's if I have stuff I need to sort out in the shop or orders to sort out. My partner won't need my attention 24/7. You get it? Like, you'll be fine.
What did you say?
He's not breastfeeding, he'll be fine. Yeah.
He's a man.
He's a man. He's fine. He'll be fine.
Guys, she said it in tree. That's what I was laughing. Okay.
So would make time. Once in a while, you go out somewhere, you meet up. Like, yeah, I don't work 24/7. I don't work at night. I can't be busier than my man. We are both busy. But what's wrong? Like, being busy has no gender. I don't even have a tribal. When you talk about, like,
What? You don't have a tribe?
I say that because, you see, you said this is Africa, but when we go out there, we adjust.
Yeah.
So I don't see how my being a woman would affect my job and the relationship I do. They said we should respect our men. Respect them, be there for them. I can't be available 24/7. It would get boring. Unless, of course, I find myself with a partner who doesn't want me to work. So in that case, I won't even be in that kind of relationship. It won't happen. Because I can't sit at one place and be fed all
like
the
a
time.
housewife.
No mean to me yet. It won't.
You can never be a housewife.
They share, like, when we're coming down before birth, everybody was destined to do what we were supposed to do. Housewife, worker, blah, 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 yes. When they were sharing, I didn't pass for those who would be housewives. So we would both work. I can't stay at home. I didn't go to school to come and stay in one place and be fed by somebody's son. Somebody's son has to take care of himself too. So no, housewife. I'll get bored. What would I do? I'll stay at home and nag when the person comes because I'm bored. But if we both work, we get back, we make use of the small time we have for each other. I wouldn't come and no. That's not to say that housewives would nag, but I would get bored being one. So it won't fit me. No. There are a lot of unemployed. Unless I am interested in what my partner is doing and I would be able to do it well and deliver. But how does my nursing or selling drugs and jalabia, I can employ people to take care of my work. But to say get rid of my work and join my partner because he's very busy, we would employ other people. God would even bless us, Charlie.
I like the way you say God will even bless us, Charlie.
We need more sources of income. I won't put my life on hold for no, it's not worth it. Like at any point, I'm not putting my life on hold. I'm not lowering my standard to suit somebody. If you find somebody who feels like, oh, your standard is too high, if I'm in a good mood, I'll get them a ladder to climb up if they are willing. But I'm not coming down for to suit anybody's. No.
You are also hustling. The man is also hustling. It might lead to a bit of friction if you don't get the right kind of partner who understands the new age.
We'll find the right kind of partner, don't worry. No, because besides when I have to travel to bring my goods, I am not too busy to attend to personal stuff. I am that person that tells people that work too hard, Madam, boss, take time off and then pamper yourself, spoil yourself. Because I for instance would not spend all my life working and then in the end I get sick because I work too hard, I stress myself. I don't entertain stress because I am not a nice person when I get stressed. So once I am getting tired, I stop. So I don't think I would be too busy for my partner. And it should always be somebody that understands what you do before they come. I, for once, prefer quality. So if you get them from the right source, somebody purchases from you or someone recommends your product. Oh, I want, maybe it's just the person sees an ad of an assumed crazy woman with drawers on a flight or on a train and like, hey, book or there. So you give them quality so that whenever they think of Andy's, oh, call seconds should sort you out. I've had that a couple of times. My things are not expensive, they are affordable. So you bring what almost everybody can afford from the right sources. I don't buy my stuff at the usual prices, because if I buy them at the usual prices out there, I won't be able to sell. I always time and get them when they are on sales.
During Black Friday,
if I wait every Black Friday, I'll run out of stock. But then they do sales a lot of times. UK does a lot of sales. US does a lot of sales. So you have people that I have people on hold. Oh, sales now about. I would get an alert anyway, so they would inform you. So they purchase, we get the quantity we want when we ship. When I go myself, like I do Turkey, I get them from various places. My jalabia, abaya, and oud stuff, I get them from Dubai. Dubai, because that's where I find what I want. You find what you want. You find, like, you can just, it'll take a few days to get your maximum 48 hours. You have your Dubai visa, you buy your ticket, you are gone. You get everything you want. And then you come with no stress. And those people will give you, like, exactly what you have paid for. You order this item, they give. But there are a few times you get some crazy people that would. I made a mistake of ordering once, and it was during COVID. I almost cried when the boxes landed because it was a mess.
Describe a mess.
Back then, it was like $200 per box to bring them through a flight, so it gets here earlier. Then it was COVID, we couldn't travel, so when you order now, it was 400 USD for a box, and I ordered 4 boxes. The 400 USD is not the price of the item, it's the cost of bringing them into Ghana. I ordered 4 with sizes and everything like how I wanted them. But at that time, because a lot of people were not traveling, they were also not making sales. Those people get a lot of their market from Nigeria and Ghana. So you can understand when we were not able to travel. So they gave me most of the things I didn't order. And I usually tease my clients. So I had posted what I was expecting. I had posted them. I had a couple of orders. Because usually, even when I travel, the moment I get there, I order before I get there. So when I get there, I'm able to wear some of the stuff to advertise. People like to see it like that before they would be tempted to buy.
You wear some of the stuff also.
In Dubai is jalabia and abaya. Yes.
Because I was a bit shocked.
If I wear the dress, it becomes priceless. They can't buy it. So yeah.
So I was a bit
No.
It's not part of the market to like you wear the dress.
If it was the general thing, I'm sure I wouldn't have.
Yeah.
So like they see what they want, and it comes and the textures are different, the quality is not what I posted. I didn't sell them. I packed all of it and sent them back to Dubai. They don't have an option. I work with them, so at no point would I allow them to mess up with my brand. I don't want someone to say I ordered A from Rashida, she gave me B. No, somebody might tell you from a good place. Another person might not tell you, but would be upset and will tell another person. Keep quiet about it. So in order to save myself the stress, so that when I get up and I pick my bell and I'm making noise, I know that, okay, I advertised this. I usually would pick what I have in stock. So I advertise this. So whoever makes an order for this should get this one. I don't want anybody being disappointed because she put this up, I ordered and she brought me something else, or the quality is lower than I expected. I don't want that kind of confrontation. So I usually take pictures of what I am selling, what I have in the shop. I post it. And most of our people prefer the internet pictures. So somebody posts that and then brings them a lower grade. So when people are buying from me, oh, are you sure? I'm like, okay, if you can't come by the shop and you are closer, you can come for it, or the rider can bring to you.
When you bring the things to Ghana, your goods to Ghana, how difficult is it to collect them?
Aside the exchange not being funny.
Okay, exchange in terms of the money.
Exchange rate not being, it's not nice and yet fair. For instance, I would bring some of it when I am coming, and you get to the customs.
If you have enjoyed the first part of this video, then stay tuned for the second part, which is coming up this week, where she made shocking revelations on family and friends interruptions in the process of making money, some of the strategies she used to make money in her business. But in the meantime, enjoy some of the episodes on the channel. They'll be of a great help to you. Thank you and see you.